Me and my brother caught bronchitis,
Oh,
and we both ended up catching pneumonia. And I had it worse because of the asthma and everything. So we were both hospitalized for about a week.
damn, bro.
So do you know how many thoughts occur to you every day?
Probably billions.
So it's 60,000.
Said
So-
billions.
Do you know how much of those are reoccurring thoughts? Like how much of a percentage those are the same thoughts over and over?
Probably a lot.
Is 95%. He gave everybody like a challenge when you're going through the negative thoughts every day. Like just 3 questions you ask yourself, like, is the negative thought true? Mm-hmm. Is it helpful? And like, is it kind?
All right, start this shit so we can get you live time when.
Can't keep being a bitch for the rest of my life, right?
So, I think when I first started, it's a little better down here.
I don't chew on it, right?
No. So like literally like inside your lip. All right, guys, welcome back. It's gonna burn a little bit, but just push through it.
I feel weird. I feel weird. I feel like I got a fucking like a swollen
It's
lip.
not.
Maybe I
You gotta flatten it, bro, because like it's probably rolled up.
Oh, hey. Or if I put it like in the back right here.
And if it feels more comfortable, go for it.
All right, guys, we're back.
Yo, we're back.
We're back. I got the bad influence with me over here.
Yeah, this man's trying some fucking Zimbabwe, some
Zimbabwe's. We
Zimbabwe's.
just took shrooms. We just took. No, just kidding. But I got a little kick to it, huh? A little burn.
For y'all, to get a little scoop on the outside.
I gotta get this shit cold real quick.
I just gave him some fucking Nick pouches, and these ones are strong, bro. Rogue is pretty. I like Rogue because
Oh, you got me starting up with the big dogs, huh?
yeah. Well, Zen is gay in my opinion. That's a hot take. Zen is gay because there's not much flavor in Zens in my opinion. But with these, like it's like you're chewing gum. In my opinion, like I actually taste like gum.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of why I like it. And it's just wintergreen. There's like a bunch of different.
I like the smell. The mint kind of adds something to it.
Yeah, so it's like just reminds me of.
Fuck, just need a stogie now.
Wow, double neck.
Double the tobacs.
Yep. Well, there's no tobacco in this, bro. It's just pure Nick.
I don't know. I'm fucking new to this. Anyways, welcome back, everybody.
Yeah, welcome back, yo.
It's been a minute. We haven't recorded any episodes this week besides today. Mainly my fault because I caught the vid.
I know he texted me that.
Caught the fucking vid.
He's like, hey, bro, because he's good with his communication, and he didn't text me. We were supposed to record on Tuesday, and I know you were working, so I wasn't gonna try to bug you like, hey, bro, when are we gonna record? So I was like, I'll just let him hit me. It was either Tuesday or Wednesday. That was Tuesday, and then he texted me, hey, bro, I got the vid. I initially read it. I was like, this motherfucker said, I got the HIV.
What the fuck? Nah, bro, I would not be sitting here right now. I'll be sitting in a corner fucking crying my eyes out.
No, but welcome back, man. Fuck. It feels like it's been forever. Glad you're feeling better.
I thought the vid just stopped existing, but apparently that bitch is back. It fucking got me. Hit me with a 1-2. Tuesday to Thursday was tough.
Yeah.
It was super fucking tough. But it sucks when I get sick since I have asthma, and if it's when I get sick and I develop a cough, it gets worse.
Yeah.
And I get more of a shortness of breath because of the asthma, and it fucking sucks. But I managed to.
Does your whole family have asthma?
No, just
it's
me.
just you.
Yeah, it's crazy. But a couple of my family members had it. Like my mom had it, and I was like, I'm good. Like I had it before. I was forced to get the vaccine, the first one, and I was like,
for work or what?
No,
or did your parents?
They all made me. They're like, "Well, it'd be better if you had it." And I was like,
"Where's it at now?"
This shit did not fucking help me.
Where's it at?
I should have got all fucking 5 doses. Fuck
no. No, but shit, I'm glad you're feeling better, bro.
And it made me think. Have you ever been sick, like bad? Like, have you ever been like hospitalized sick?
I had my whole family has asthma, but me.
It's the complete opposite. God,
and
that's nice.
And they get pneumonia, they get it bad, and that's a killer, bro. That's what killed Bernie Mac. Did you know that pneumonia killed Bernie Mac?
Oh yeah.
So pneumonia's a killer, and especially if you have asthma, it fucks you up. So my whole family had pneumonia at one point, and I got it, but that was like the worst I've ever been sick. I never had COVID either.
No?
At least I don't think
I think this is the only second time I've had COVID. The first time I had it, I was chilling. Like, I thought it was, like, the best feeling. Because all I lost was my taste and smell. Other than that, I was, like, functioning 100%. Like, everybody else was like, fuck, dude. Like, I was in bed. Like, I was dying.
Yeah.
And that's how I kind of felt the other days. I was, like, headaches, like, cold chills and shit like that. My body was just sore, like, for a day. But then it went away. But, like, the first time I had it was just, like, no taste, no smell. But I was, like...
Low key, I was nervous. So the last episode you guys seen, so it was Friday. We filmed it on, Saturday? Friday. We filmed it on Friday. His mom wasn't feeling good. He told me, he's like, hey, bro, if you want to come through, it's up to you. I was like, I don't care. And then on Tuesday, he texts me, hey, bro, I'm not feeling. I'm like, fuck, it better not get me. My ass was like, bobbing and weaving that fucking COVID, bro.
The peekaboo fucking the Mike Tyson shit. But the worst time, bro, I ever got sick, I was in third grade when I was living in Texas. So at that little small town like Bovina, it's like right on like Texas borderline, but like borderline New Mexico. Like it's not that far of a drive to get to New Mexico. And I remember getting sick. It was like a very cold winter. It was something I'm not used to. Like, I don't know if I remember it vividly, but like it was close to the negatives at one point. So it was fucking cold.
Damn.
I'm wearing fucking like double puff jackets type shit. Like,
that's cold.
Me and my brother caught bronchitis. Oh. And we both ended up catching pneumonia. And I had it worse because of the asthma and everything. So we were both hospitalized for about a week.
Damn, bro.
And that shit was rough, bro. Like, they kept on fucking poking me to like fucking for like the fluid shit, the IV.
Yeah.
And I didn't really get along with like kids there at school. I had no friends. Like the teachers were. Did I tell you the story? The teacher pulled my hair.
Oh, I think you did.
Yeah.
Bro.
So that same fucking teacher, she comes in and visits me. I was like, oh, she cares about me. All she fucking brought me was
homework.
Homework, bro. A fucking stack.
What a bitch.
A fucking stack. And she was like, all right, I'll see you at school someday or like later when you feel better. And I was like, what a bitch, bro. Like,
damn.
You can't even tell me, like, I hope you feel better. Like, how am I doing? She just brought me a big ass stack of homework. And I was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
Good thing we ended up staying there that long. But that was like the worst, like, sickness I ever felt. But lately, and then when I do get sick now and then, it kind of isn't as bad. It was just like whenever I do get sick, it's just like for a couple of days, and then my body.
Well, for the most part, it's like you're a healthy dude. You
so I think that kind of helps out.
Yeah.
So whenever I do get sick, it's just got like a day where I'm just like throw a wet rag on my forehead while I sleep, and then I usually wake up pretty fine. Try to do that Tuesday, and I woke up fucking terrible, in and out of sleep, and I was like, but I survived.
Yeah. Now
the
we're here.
didn't catch me. So
now we're here. 23.
Episode
23.
23?
I think so.
23.
Yep. Episode 23.
23.
We're back.
We are back.
Straight. We missed the reaction to and this is kind of what I wanted to get into.
Just a couple things actually.
We missed the reaction to the greatest performance I've ever seen
Out of an MMA fighter?
No, in general. And I'm talking about Francis Ngannou versus Tyson Fury.
Francis, bro, because if you look at interviews, boxers are like zero chance. He's not getting close to him. I'm be surprised if he makes it all 10. And I wish it was 12, but keep going.
So, what did you think? What was your? Did you get a chance to look back at it?
I rewatched it.
So what did you first of all? What did you score the fight?
I was a little bit more biased, and
I get that.
I thought just because the fact that Francis had the only knockdown, and it was a 10-8 round.
Yes.
And it is weird because obviously for heavyweights, I figured there would not be that many punches being thrown. Obviously, they would gas out quicker.
Yeah.
And Francis surprised me, dude. Just gas tank was there, still there. And Tyson hit him a couple times, but Francis was still walking him down. And Francis got caught with a mean ass elbow.
Yeah.
And didn't get deducted no points, nothing. And he ate that
clean,
elbow.
bro.
And if you look at their faces, like obviously damage wise, Francis looked
perfect. Like the fight didn't even happen.
Tyson had
a fat ass black eye cut up here, bro. And sorry, go ahead.
And I think he could really. I think he's probably one of the best combat athletes on the planet right now.
No. That solidified him. That fight solidified him as one of the greatest combat athletes of all time, bro.
Like, he was a heavyweight champion. He arguably fucking could have been the heavyweight champion in boxing.
Well, that wasn't sanctioned, so go ahead.
And just, that dude's a fucking animal, bro. Just a fucking hell of an athlete. And to come in there and fight Tyson Fury, who obviously took a punch from Deontay Wilder, came back from the dead, and
literally
beat Deontay Wilder.
Did you see they gave him 22 seconds?
I had heard about that when he had knocked him down. I guess it's because when Ngannou was like mocking him, he didn't give him the proper time. Okay. So I guess that kind of delayed.
But you know that was the Wilder issue too. They said they gave him fucking what 25 like 15, seconds or
15, 20 seconds. They gave him a lot.
So that was an issue there too.
So I don't think he was that wobbled or that damaged, but I think Ngannou kind of fucked up, and obviously he was hyped up. He was all like, "Oh yeah, like I put you down," kind of thing. But
do you know what he said?
I guess Tyson told him, he's like, "I'm gonna take you to school" or some shit. And he's like, "You're a bad professor.
You're a bad professor." And then he danced. Man, my takeaway from it, first of all, did you watch before the fight? Did you get a chance to see, or did you just watch?
I was at the gym when you texted me about the fight.
So pretty much, I
didn't even know they were fighting that early, but I forgot.
Well, bro, to be honest with you, it was. The execution of the event was poor because there was so much gaps. It was so... What Saudi Arabia is doing for sports in general is insane. What this kicked off Riyadh season 4 for Saudi Arabia. That's where Usyk and Fury are fighting. They're supposed to fight in December. Tyson said, "Nah, fuck that. We're fighting after. Well, of course, he just got fucked up."
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he thought he was like, "No, I'm gonna walk him down. I'll be ready to fight."
So what I found out, the reason why he had to sign that is, it wasn't like to disrespect Francis that he just gonna walk through, because that was like the talk. But the WBC didn't sanction this fight. That's why the belt wasn't on the line. That's why his belt wasn't on the line. But the WBC was pressuring Tyson, saying, "Hey, you got to fight, or else you got to relinquish that belt, and you got to fight by this time, and we're telling you by this time." And that's why they signed that deal for December. But now, obviously, it turned out differently, and they got to push it back because I think the real technical reason why they're pushing it back is because you can't. If he has a concussion, he can't fight. I think.
Oh, so it's like a medical.
Yeah. So I think that's it. I could be wrong, but I think that's the why technically it could get pushed back now.
That makes sense.
But that's why he had to sign it for December. So they're not fighting in December, but they are fighting in Saudi Arabia for Riyadh season. What Saudi Arabia is doing though is they're putting on an amazing show, right? So it was a concert before the main event.
Oh shit,
bro! They had, I don't know who this like Afro singer. They had Becky G and Lil Baby in there. So it was just dope, and they had some technology that I really haven't seen before. It's endless money, endless money, and
I've heard Andrew Schultz talk about on his podcast the way there's just like different I forgot the word.
It's a royal family, so
but they just have fucking money. He was talking about like license plates that people pay millions of dollars to flex license plates. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so over there, pretty much the president or the whatever prime minister gets the number 0, I think, or 1. And so the flex is the closest to 0 or 1.
There's like more.
And then it's like the number 3 just sold for $30 million. The license plate 3.
Basically, the bigger the number, the less money you have. It's insane, dude.
Which is dumb. But, I mean, that's how you flex when you have endless money.
Because I think they were saying like Nissan or some shit like gives them cars.
So, no.
Some shit like that. I haven't got the chance to fully listen to it.
I think it was back in the day when they didn't have money.
Okay.
Nissan was all that they had because it was like a piece of shit. And
the Altimas.
Yeah, and so like the flex is like, no, we still got this piece of shit because this is how long we've been here. I think.
Okay.
But back to what I was saying though, fucking, they're just pouring money. They flew every every boxer that you could think of was there. Pacquiao, besides Mayweather, Pacquiao, Holyfield. Well, Tyson was with Francis already. Pacquiao, Holyfield, fucking De La Hoya. Everybody, all the Hall of Famers were there. They flew them out.
And Kanye West was there.
Eminem was there. Ronaldo was there.
Ronaldo was
the who's who of who was there. McGregor was there. Izzy was
UFC,
there. Usman was there.
UFC legends were there. Chuck Liddell and who was the other guy? Conor McGregor was talking about. But it was dope. Francis walked out, or Izzy and Usman walked them out with Mike Tyson.
It was just it was a spectacle for sure. So that in itself was a win.
That's a lot of money just with those people just being there.
That in itself was a win. Just the spectacle of, okay, Kanye West is there. Where the fuck does Kanye West ever show?
Yeah.
So that was interesting. And then the performance in itself, bro. I'm gonna keep it real. Like, I'm not an emotional guy at all. Mm-hmm. And like watching this fight got me emotional because this is a guy that 12 months ago or 10 months ago at the time, everybody was calling him an idiot. Everybody was calling him a loser for leaving the UFC. Everybody was bashing this man because the idea of a heavyweight, anybody other than Conor McGregor getting a boxing fight, it's never gonna happen. And they're blaming the media, the Ariel Helwanis, the fucking Luke Thomases, the people high in MMA media. They were blaming them for setting a false expectation for Francis. And they were like, Francis, you're an idiot. You fumbled the bag. Did you see his bag? Did you see it or no?
I didn't see the bag.
So his bag, he had a dope bag that he walked out with, like to the locker room, his locker room, and it had said fumbled the bag on his bag.
Okay, yeah, I did see it. I did.
Dope. So that was a conversation going prior to June of 2023, because June is when he signed that contract for Tyson Fury. And then when he fucking signed his contract, like you said, zero chance of winning, zero opportunity. This is the most, Chael Sonnen said it. This is the most lopsided sporting event in history. This is as if you got LeBron James and Phil Jackson and Kobe Bryant, everybody, if you got them to go on a football field and play the Tom Brady Patriots, this is as if that's what you're doing. And that's how lopsided this is going to be. He went out there, bro, and in the third round, he fucking dropped him.
Beautiful.
And he dropped him, and he should have been done. And then he comes back in the sixth. He takes the fifth off, comes back in the sixth, hits him with a fucking nasty uppercut, stuns him again. 7th, 8th round, kind of there for Francis. 9 and 10, you could see he's getting a little more tired, but he's still in it. In the clinch, fucking Tyson couldn't handle him, bro. A 6'9" professional, the greatest heavyweight boxer of all time, arguably, could not. Francis was throwing him around in the clinch, bro, like a fucking ragdoll. And anybody else in that position would have anybody else in Tyson's position would have been the same result.
Because other fights Tyson would be in clinches because he's so much more bigger and so much heavier, like when Deontay Wilder.
Exactly.
Just couldn't.
Francis that dirty boxing Francis was putting on Tyson, bro, was amazing. In the clinch, Tyson was scared to go in that fucking clinch because he knew, I'm not stronger than this guy and I'm not going to be able to get anything off on him. He was just... I hate the idea. I'm sorry, I'm rambling, but I hate the fucking idea and the words out there that, well, Tyson obviously didn't prepare. This is boxing, bro. You don't play fight. You don't play boxing. There are tune-up fights that you might take it a little easier.
But this is not a tune-up fight.
You can say that. You could say that this was a tune-up fight going into this fight. But then Tyson himself, after the fight, said, this was the hardest I've ever fucking trained. So you got to take his words for it. And you got to give that credit to fucking Francis, bro. I've never seen something like this. It's the greatest performance I've ever seen. This guy should have won. The only reason why he didn't win was because they had that fight signed already, and they knew, regardless of the outcome, Tyson was going to win this fight, because you can't fucking give a championship fight to a loser who just came off a loss. You're not going to give... his belt is on the line.
Yep.
The WBC heavyweight title's on the fucking line, and they weren't going to let Francis win. So he won that fight, bro. He won. Everybody fucking... Eddie Hearn was saying, who is the promoter in England for
DAZN, right?
For DAZN, and he's the Anthony Joshua's dude. And, bro, he's the most sought-after fighter in the world right now. In the world. MMA and fucking boxing.
I think Francis could arguably just bounce between both.
But now that's my question to you. What do you do if you're Tyson or Francis right now?
Because he still has the PFL contract, which is a lot. And he said that he was supposed to fight in 2024. I don't know the exact date or early 2024. But he could arguably still fucking box, dude. He could fight Anthony Joshua. He could fight Usyk or... Like, he beat Tyson Fury.
He did.
And for him to come back, I'm sure he could be a PFL champion. And I don't know...
But for what?
That's what I'm saying.
That's my question to you. So, like, you say he could bounce back, but he made flat. This was his fee. $10 million off of this one fight. You know what he made his last fight in the UFC? $670,000.
Jesus.
As a champion.
So do you think he'll chase the bag in boxing and pursue a championship there?
So that's...
Because I think he was... I didn't get to see the podcast with him and Joe, but I know people were still speculating like, oh, he's going to come back and fight John Jones, but John Jones is only going to get older. But I think after seeing that performance, I'm like, fuck, I don't know, because all really Francis has to do is really land one punch. And I know John Jones is the GOAT in the UFC.
He's never faced a striker like this man. This man just went toe-to-toe with Tyson fucking Fury in pure hands.
I think his striking just in general has improved so much because of boxing. And we saw him wrestle Ciryl Gane. Francis is not a wrestler. Obviously, John Jones is a lot better in the grappling, clinch, and on the ground. Mm-hmm. But I think he'll fucking give John Jones a run for his money for real.
I think... John Jones, if I'm John Jones, I don't want no fucking smoke with Francis Ngannou. If I'm anybody in the MMA world, I want zero smoke with Francis Ngannou. And if I'm Francis Ngannou, I don't want zero. I want absolutely zero to do with MMA. Because his next fight is going to be for $30 million. His next fight, whether it's Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, Eddie Hearn is pushing heavily for Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou. And... His fucking highness, I think he's like Sheikh Al-Adiq. He's the dude who ran Riyadh season, the dude who put that together. He said, I'm not letting Francis Ngannou leave Saudi Arabia without a deal. And he got a deal. We just don't know it yet. He got a fight for any time between now and December, because... But at the least, he's got to fight in 2024 for the PFL. And that's what the dude said for the CEO or the president of PFL. He said, we just need Francis to fight one time this year. That's it. He could do whatever. We support him with it. Whatever. He just got to fight one time.
That sounds like a chill-ass CEO compared to
and
Dana.
How it played out, bro. How it played out for Dana White. Oh, man.
Did you see what he said?
What did he say?
He was like, I was surprised, Francis. He was like, how crazy is that to see Francis go 10 rounds? And towards the end of his quote, he was like, I didn't see the fight, but I was
what
like,
you fucking hater, bro.
You watched the fight. He didn't give no credit to Francis, like his performance. He was just like, how crazy is that? He went 10 rounds with fucking Tyson Fury. Like, he was just like, oh, he went the distance with him. But he was like, I didn't see the fight. I'm like, I fucking doubt that. I'm pretty sure you watched this fight and you're like, holy fuck, like I could have been a part of that. Like I could have.
So that's the thing now, is that how it played out. If you would have just given Francis what he wanted,
you could have made the fight with John Jones.
And then look how it played out now. So you could have made the fight with John Jones. You didn't want to have Francis box. You didn't want to give Francis any fucking wiggle room in like starting something in Africa, because that's what he wanted. He wanted insurances for the fighters. He didn't want to give him anything like that. And now he's changing the landscape of MMA fighters, how they look at boxing. Because now if I'm Sean O'Malley, now if I'm a fucking champion, I'm like, this guy just made $10 million off one fight. I don't know how much these guys make just for the fights alone. I don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody really knows, bro. I could do this, and I could do... this is now he gave me leverage because Sean O'Malley's been talking about Haney.
He's been talking shit to Devin Haney, Davis, Shakur Stevenson.
So why not? If I'm Sean O'Malley, why not? My personal brand is bigger outside of the UFC than inside the UFC. Yeah, people know my name because I'm this character.
Yeah,
but I'm this character the same inside and out. So I can market myself in whatever the fuck I do.
And I think he could arguably make more money than Francis did because of his name.
Well,
and obviously the other boxers that he's gonna fight, like Devin Haney's a big name in boxing,
but he's not as big as Tyson Fury.
That's true.
So it's like I get it,
and it's also not heavyweight. Heavyweights, I feel like get more views because everybody knows what to expect when two heavyweights fight.
Yep.
When two heavyweights that have knockout power and they throw down, everybody kind of is like, oh, someone's gonna get knocked down or slept.
Yeah.
While the lower weight classes are more like technical, more skillful.
Look for like clinics type.
Yeah.
Like,
especially with Devin Haney. Like we all seen Devin Haney fight. He hasn't had a knockout in a minute. So it'll be more of like a money thing, I think, but it won't be, I think, as a big show nor as near as entertaining as the Ngannou fight.
Yeah, and so Ariel Helwani mentioned that he's like, if you're Sean, why not? And after seeing that, you're like, what Francis did is legitimized MMA fighters, which never happens. Legitimize MMA fighters in boxing. It never happens. Conor McGregor went in there and it looked stupid. Mayweather made him look dumb. At the end of the day, haha, they got paid. Yeah, at the end of the day, Conor McGregor supposedly made $100 million. Don't believe that. But he made all this fucking money, and now it's, they're just laughing to the bank. Doesn't matter what the outcome of the fight was.
Right.
They never gave Conor a chance. They never gave Tyson a chance. But Tyson just won this fight, and now looking at, okay, well, maybe these strikers in MMA might have a legitimate fucking chance in boxing. Maybe. But what Chael says is, you're setting them up for failure because this never works out. Saudi Arabia lost money on that fight, which it didn't matter. They weren't planning on making money.
They have enough money anyways.
They just want to establish legitimacy in fight or in sport over there. That's all they want to do. That's all they want to do. They'll lose money all day. They just want that to be a destination for sporting events, whether it be soccer with Ronaldo, whether it be boxing with Tyson Fury and Francis Ngannou, or fucking potentially basketball, or they already own golf. The PGA, they bought the PGA, so they own golf. They're trying to do it with everything.
God damn.
So it's like, bro.
Slimy son.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
Son.
What's going to stop them from doing every major sport and it becoming a spectacle every which way in all sports? So that's what's interesting with them in that. Because now, if you listen to Schultz's podcast, he said they're running out of oil and they know that. So what now they're doing is making that a tourist spot. So that these billionaires come there and hey, this is the thing to do now. And that's it. And as soon as they do that, it's a wrap. And shit, I don't see why they couldn't do that.
Slowly but surely, it looks like that's what they're doing, too.
Bro, all these people, like the fucking Nelk boys were there, and they're just saying how amazing it is there and how fucking generous the people are and how it's just, it's just something to behold.
That's what Andrew Schultz was talking about, because like everybody thinks that like there's like language barrier as well, but a lot of those people have come to the States and got a degree and everything. Yep. And they're just like as fat, like regular people as everybody else. They just have a shit ton of money. Yeah. But they know how to fucking put together events, bro. They really do.
What would you rather see for Francis in the boxing? Because PFL, who the fuck is the heavyweight champion in PFL? Nobody knows. Nobody cares. The only thing left for him in UFC is to fight, or in the MMA is to fight John Jones in the UFC. But that's never going to happen.
Because everybody was speculating John Jones and Stipe was supposed to be a two-way retirement thing. John Jones wins, and then Stipe was supposed to retire, and then John Jones supposed to retire.
It's just ridiculous, and then
that shit is
that whole thing is ridiculous, bro.
I don't even think that fight's ever gonna happen.
I'm not even interested in it. I don't think anybody's interested anymore. Francis took that news by storm. That happened in the same time Francis just fucking won the greatest heavyweight fighter of all time. Like this guy won, UFC lost, fucking. And then they got these whack ass pay-per-views coming up with fucking interim belts.
I'm only excited to see Pereira, and that's literally coming up.
Man, it's just interesting. So in boxing, what do you want for Francis? Out of the top four, let's just say, we got Tyson, we got Joshua, we got Wilder and Usyk.
We haven't seen Wilder in a minute, and obviously Wilder in boxing was the hardest hitter. Yeah. I feel like him versus Francis would be fucking fireworks. Because we never really seen Deontay Wilder be technical. I think that's why Tyson Fury dominated him, because there was not much technicality from Deontay Wilder's spot. It was just that right hand.
Yeah.
But looking at Francis, I was like, this dude knows how to fucking box. So
Yeah.
Mike Tyson put in work.
He looks sharp
with him. So I feel like that would be the more entertaining fight, because obviously you know where you're gonna get from those two fighters. Mm-hmm. It's either gonna get, like I said, with the heavyweights, especially, but also with Wilder and Francis, the hardest hitters in both MMA and then boxing. Mm-hmm. Fireworks. If
I'm Tyson Fury or if I'm Francis Ngannou, I want two things. I either want the rematch with Tyson, but you're gonna have to wait for that. You're gonna have to wait until maybe they're fighting. Let's just say they fight in February. Usyk and
Fury.
And Fury, they fight in February. You're gonna have to wait till fucking June or July to box again. Or I want Joshua, only because I don't want anything to do with Wilder, because potentially, bro, he might knock your ass out, and then that's the end of your whole career in boxing. So that's a dangerous fight. But I want Joshua because I know he's not going to knock me out, but also it gives me credibility in boxing because he's looked at as the most technical boxer in the heavyweight division. And he's looked at like as the most polished. He's an Olympic Golden Gloves dude. Like he's that guy in the heavyweight division. So that's how I look. But he's also the easier fight because he's got pillows for hands for the most part. He's not somebody's gonna just knock you the fuck out. He's this presence. He looks like this fucking stack house, bro. But come on.
Compared to all the other heavyweights,
he's not that guy.
He doesn't. I think he hits the lightest, like out of all the other guys. And honestly, Tyson Fury, Usyk is a fucking dog. I think Usyk has a great chance of winning.
Middleweight. That's what.
Did you hear that he was yelling out like shit to Tyson Fury, like what to do and shit, like use your jab. And I was like, Usyk over here coaching. And I was like, I don't know, Usyk.
Yeah. And if I'm Francis or if I'm Tyson, bro, I don't know if he didn't look good, but Francis made him because Francis was fighting awkward. He wasn't he's switching southpaw, orthodox. He was switching constantly.
How long do you keep this in your mouth?
For a minute. Are you done?
I don't know when it's done. That's why.
No, you're good. Okay. How does it?
That's what takes a minute. I don't know. It's my first time. I don't know how long.
But how do you? I
feel a little head high.
A little head high?
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, that's kind of what it does. But but Tyson didn't look the best, obviously. Credit to Francis. But if I'm you good?
Huh? Yeah. I'm good.
But that looks like a fucking walkthrough for Usyk, bro. Mm-hmm. Usyk looked like he could walk through that shit.
They were speculating that because I think Tyson Fury and Usyk had not met, but they shook hands and shit, and then Usyk kind of picked them up, and everybody in the comments are thinking they're oh, that was a mind game. He picked them up to show him I could move you.
Yeah, I'm your dad.
It was a mind game. You fucked up embracing me because, and they were just laughing it off. But Usyk was kind of serious. He was like, I could. I
don't know. It's gonna be interesting. Interesting.
There's a lot of possibilities that can happen in the boxing. I think boxing heavyweight just became more interesting because of the performance that Francis put on. Mm-hmm. If Francis had gotten knocked out within the first 5 rounds, then obviously the whole MMA going to boxing, the whole story would have been done. But now he kind of changed up the whole game.
Yep.
Shout out Francis.
Yep. Shout out Francis, man. Amazing performance.
The best combat athlete in the world.
So let's talk about this weekend. This weekend coming up.
Yeah.
That's the fight, right? That's the fucking interim.
That was one of the most exciting cards of the year when it got announced. But it went to
295,
shit. Yeah, it went to shit because John Jones got hurt. Injuries happen in training camp all the time, but it went from being probably one of the most exciting ones because obviously John Jones' name versus the heavyweight GOAT.
Yeah.
And now you got Pereira headlining, which is going to be interesting. I was very excited for the fight. I'm honestly still going to watch it.
And it's Pereira versus fucking a guy who just had supposedly the worst shoulder injury that the UFC's ever seen. So, that doesn't interest me that much. I'm always interested in Pereira, especially at 205. But
And
then
also, is it going to be on the feet? Obviously, when he fought Yuri is more of a wrestler and stuff like that.
no, Jan.
Jan. And Pereira won, so I think this is going to be more of a fire. But how he said of the shoulder injury, we don't know how much Yuri's still going to be himself. That awkward style that he has, I don't know how much limited he's gonna be. But obviously Pereira's still gonna be fireworks, and that dude is just still trolling Izzy. I don't know if Izzy lives free and like rent free in his head, because you know Izzy was joking around. He was like, oh, I'm not gonna fight until 2027.
Yeah.
Then Pereira was like, oh, I'll start my boxing career in 2027 or some shit like that. Like he's just like making little remarks talking about like, I'm still chasing you. Like I'm just like this. I don't know if this is just trolling at this point, or if he like really wants to fight Izzy, like just wants to like.
I think it's a part of his character.
Yeah.
So
I think he's embraced it.
Kinda. So it's like everything. Every time he says something about it, it's headlines. You know, it's just something funny.
Did you see that he had posted a picture on IG? He had like, oh, I've adopted a son, and then you know how everybody said he looks like that stone face.
Yeah.
He had posted a picture with it.
See, that's what I'm saying, bro. He's doing good marketing himself. I mean, fuck, bro. You got to make money outside the UFC.
For someone who doesn't speak great English or English at all, he's doing a great job at
right. Because that's that doesn't happen all the time.
Right.
Like somebody, okay, you love Charles. I love Charles too, but he doesn't market himself that well. He's not like somebody you could just relate to. And this guy likes Pikachu. You get what I'm saying? So it's like shit like that. It makes it, a little more interesting as a character in itself. But no, I like him. I'm just not too interested in this fucking fight, bro. I'm just being real. Like I'm gonna watch it, of course, but it
went from being super like hype and super like just like fuck, like I can't wait for November 11th. Like I can't wait for November 11th.
Double interim belts on the line for this. You've had a lot of shit happen in the UFC, and then I hate to say it, but Francis just took these headlines for the past 2 weeks. He's been taking these headlines. There's been no really build up that I've seen that's been making me want to be like, fuck yeah. And then we got the interim heavyweight on the line that Francis was just in. Francis just had the belt, and then now there's no belt. Like, I don't know, man. You got Sergey Pavlovich and fucking Tom Aspinall, who took this shit on 14 days notice or some shit like that.
So obviously we know who's going to be more ready. That's why even if you want to see interim belt, it's not like as exciting because someone's coming in there
prepared,
not as
bro,
prepared.
With the
there's one guy that was the backup, so he's locked in.
He's already been prepared, bro.
Then you have another guy. He's like,
I know, and he just fought recently. He probably fought 3 months ago. So, I mean, man.
Obviously, we're still gonna watch it. Hopefully, it turns out great. Hopefully, it turns out entertaining.
Yeah.
But then we don't have still much word on Kobe
I know he had an injury, right?
Some shit like that. They're talking about him, Bilal stepping in. So, but there hasn't been news. There still hasn't been like a build up.
Yeah.
So that December card, who knows how that's gonna play out?
I know they're praying for these fucking young dudes to come through, bro. These Ian Gary's,
because I know did you hear about Leon kicked him out of the gym?
Yeah.
Or some shit like
that?
That I think is setting up if Leon is still champion by the time Ian Gary has moved up in the ranks. That's gonna create a good headline. It's gonna create a good marketing.
Shab,
if Leon
Shab was saying that shit is true. Like, these guys young dudes will come in and toss around the champ, and the champ's like, fuck that. I don't want.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he said that shit's real, like really real. And it's just their ego for the most part. So that's interesting, right?
Maybe really Ian Gary's that fucking the next up.
I hope so. We need something new because our champs and our entertaining fights have been like
obviously we hate seeing champs so active because you start to see like their performances, like how Izzy and Volk. But at the same time, you don't want a champ that fights once a year. So it's kind of like a negative and a positive thing because you don't want your champ to constantly fight and then lose it.
Yeah.
Like how Kamaru, he's just on a decline. Volk is lost. But also you don't want.
No, I get it. It that's where it comes. The UFC's done a good job up until now. I feel like building these young fighters and prepping them, but I mean, it kind of bites him in the ass sometimes because, I mean, Patty lit the world on fire in 2021. Where's he been at, bro?
And I don't even know if he's going to keep on fighting 155, but that can't be healthy. The way he just eats and puts on so much weight.
And then he's fighting Ferguson, bro. Like,
I mean, all that does to you is, yeah, you're fighting a legend, but that doesn't
a legend
really,
has lost like 7 in a row or 6 in a row.
Yeah, that doesn't do anything to your own legacy. That doesn't do anything to your own rankings.
No, not
yes, I don't even think Ferguson's ranked anymore. I don't know if he's still top 15.
He shouldn't be.
But I don't know about Patty, bro. I don't know if he's gonna be that.
But I was just giving him as an example of like they were trying to build this guy. It's only worked out so much with who's it worked out with? Sean O'Malley. Who else?
But I think they built Sean correctly. Like they kept on giving him not. I don't want to say easy. Well, yeah, there were easy fights up until Yan. But like I think they knew that they rushed Darren Till too much. Then they'll see talents and they'll rush him too much. I think Sean O'Malley was perfect.
Yeah.
But it did take a couple years. Mm-hmm. While Ian Gary is probably going to take a couple years. I think they're trying to build him up.
What is he, 9 or 10, something, right? He's like 8 or 9.
And he's only 24, so he could probably be champion by like 26.
I don't know, man.
Unless they feed him somebody quick. He has a tough fight ahead of him.
I don't know, bro.
But it's exciting to see.
It is.
And then Shavkat, too.
Yeah.
But nobody just wants to fight Shavkat. I'm sure he wants to be active.
Thompson's fighting him?
No, I thought...
Who's Thompson fighting? I think he is fighting Shavkat.
He might. I don't know if it was officially announced.
I don't know. Because I thought it was on that December card.
It might be.
I don't know.
But I have to double check.
Yeah, these interims fight aren't interesting me. And if fucking Colby falls out... I mean, Bilal deserves that before Colby.
Hell yeah.
But
it just sucks because it will be 3 pay-per-views in a row where injuries occurred.
Change the card up.
Just change the whole card. And instead of being this hyped up fight where everybody's ready, you have somebody stepping in like a week, 2 weeks notice. And it just changes the whole aspect of the whole card.
So who do you got this weekend?
I got Pereira and Aspinall.
Ooh, Aspinall. I can't. It's... Based off of what I've seen recently in like these short notice fights, it just never works out. I want Aspinall to win because I think him, really, honestly, I think Aspinall and Curtis Blades and John Jones are the most talented in that division right now. Obviously Sergi is like a knockout artist. That's what he is. That's what he's known for. But I'm gonna go with Sergi, and then I'm gonna go Pereira too.
Yeah, just because of Yuri's injury.
Yeah, and he's been off for what, a
year and a half.
Year and a half.
And then we'll see how Jamal Hill, if he comes back.
That's Achilles,
maybe he'll get.
Have we seen an Achilles tear in UFC?
I don't know. I think he had a fucking terrible injury, and
I don't.
For it to be playing basketball and not training, that fucking sucks. That fucking blows.
Yeah, but what a dumbass.
Yeah, should have been playing ball.
Yep. What else, bro? You got anything else for this weekend?
Yeah, I had a little topic that I want to talk about, but other than like sports related, I mean,
I got some shit I wanted to talk to you about other than sports.
Okay, cool.
If you want to talk about yours, you want to jump into mine, I don't care.
Yeah. So today's Sunday, we're recording. Yeah. I didn't get to go to church like live. I woke up a little late, so I was watching it on my phone. I didn't get to pay. I wasn't able to pay like 100% attention because I was with my nephew as well. He was like talking to me. He was like, "Fly me around like Superman." I'm trying to hear the service. Mm-hmm. And what he has said, it didn't hit me until he has said it. So do you know how many thoughts occur to you every day?
Probably billions.
So it's 60,000.
So billions.
Do you know how much of those are reoccurring thoughts? Like how much of a percentage those are the same thoughts over and over?
Probably a lot.
Is 95%.
Makes sense.
And it made me think like how much of those are like negative thoughts. Mm-hmm. And I've noticed that in myself today, that negative thoughts over and over that are reoccurring in my head throughout the whole day has led me to make like bad impulsive decisions without thought, just like negative thinking, like I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna leave this from here, I'm gonna stop talking to, just impulsive decisions that later on I'll be like, fuck. Like, I don't want to live a life with regret, but I'll be like, fuck, like I shouldn't have.
Yeah, I get it.
Done that. So he gave everybody like a challenge when you're going through the negative thoughts every day. Like just 3 questions you ask yourself, like, is the negative thought true? Is it helpful? And like, is it kind? Like a negative thoughts that I would always be thinking is like, oh, I ain't shit. But like, is it true? Like, no, like I'm worth something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I'm thinking, and I was thinking about it all today. I'm like, fuck, like I don't know the steps nor like the procedure, like how to get out of those negative thoughts. Because I've noticed that I'm like, fuck, I do that shit a lot.
Yeah.
Like I do
we
it.
all do.
A lot.
Yeah.
Probably like way more than I should. And it just led me, and I was like with this, like now I'm working construction, it's like I'm outside, it's hard work, and just any other job, I'm just like, bro, fuck this, like it's bullshit, like I'm tired, like I really want to be doing this. And just constant negative thoughts and this week was a long ass week. Obviously I didn't work as much because I was sick, but prior weeks I'd be like, bro, fuck this, like I'm tired, I'm gonna hurt myself doing this shit, like fuck this, tomorrow, fuck it. But I would just be like, take a day at a time.
Yeah.
But if I really let those negative thoughts get to me, I would have made an impulsive decision and not shown up.
I get it.
You know? So I had a question about you. Have you noticed yourself dealing with negative thoughts? Obviously everybody does. But do you just like react impulsively, or do you like try to talk to yourself like out of it and try to start thinking more positive or do you feed into those negative thoughts?
I definitely feed into them a lot, bro. Most of them are like have to do with like just me being insecure as a person. Whether it be like with my relationship or just my relationship with myself, I guess. Like I'd be like, fuck, bro, you're not a good person because this, and this. Or think back to a situation with my girl and it'll like ruin my mood at the time. And she won't even do nothing. It'll just be something that I'm listening to or something that happens that I see. Like for instance, this weekend, I was doing some cleaning, and then I saw something, and it fucked me up. It like bothered me bad, bro, like bad. And I was like I was working with this dude. His name's Junior. Good dude. He's an older cat, but he's more like a free spirited dude. He's older. I don't think he has kids, but he's an older dude. He's like my dad's age. And he told me randomly, he's like, it's funny you say this. He's like, I was listening to this guy, and he told me whenever I'm thinking about something bad, you gotta remind yourself of something positive that's happened to you recently. And he's like, I'll think of something bad, and then I'll be like Disneyland, like just something that he just did, or
like happy thoughts. And
yeah, like he'll keep instead of replaying like or thinking of back down to whatever the fuck you're thinking about. He's like, try that, just try it. And so in that moment this weekend when I saw something and it just bothered me, I was just thinking like my son, until like I just thought of something about my son and a situation about my son that made me happy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, that's what I've been trying. It doesn't work all the time. Definitely doesn't. But that's like something that I've been trying, and it helps a little bit. But I mean, everybody gets in that mode and in those moods, and I really try. I try not to even talk about it because like you're already bringing it, you're thinking about it, and then once you talk about it, it comes out.
Like you're putting it out there.
Yeah, but then it's also tricky being in a relationship that if she knows something's wrong with you, and you don't communicate that, it seems like that could be a problem in itself because she wants to be there. Your partner wants to be there for you. So that's kind of what I tangle with right now too, is that when I do have a problem or something is bothering me, what is right to say and what is not, what should I just keep to myself and what should I say? That's something I think about too. And I don't know that fucking answer.
Yeah, I just started thinking about it today and I was like, what the fuck can I do? Because it's just like this whole like 2 months past, I was like, I had so much negative thoughts feeding to me every day. Especially I'm not a morning person, so I fucking hate waking up early, bro. Like right lately I've been waking up at like 3:30 in the morning. I'm just like, bro, fuck this. Like, like, do I really want to be doing this shit? And like the way my coworkers would be like, the crew that I'm working with, like, yeah, bro, like if you stay here for like this long, you could be. I was like, bro, I don't want to fucking stay here. You know what I mean? Like,
I get that. I get that 100%.
So
bro.
people were, and I'm just like, people started telling me, and then now when like shit gets tough, because I'm able to like handle the work, but it's just the fact that I'm just like, bro, like I'm over here like fucking my body up, like my hands, like do I really want to be doing. I'm like, nah, I'm like, fuck this. Then if I accidentally like hit the sledgehammer and I accidentally hit my hand, I'm like, fuck this, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Just like constant negative thoughts, and like other jobs are like were a lot easier. I'm just like, bro, fuck this. Like this shit's boring. Like I don't fuck with the people here. Just constant like negative thoughts where I'll talk to people. I'm just like nah, I don't really like fuck with this person. And it would just most of the time would just be like ego and like pride and shit.
That's a killer, bro.
So it's just like all these negative thoughts, and it didn't hit me today. I'm just like, fuck. Like what are? I guess I'll try like the 3-question method to start and see what really helps me to get out of those that negative space, because it has led me to do fucking.
It's just so hard. I feel like we're emotional people as humans. It's just so hard to like in that moment. Like if you do, bro, you're a fucking, as a person, you're on another level. Like to be able to even ask yourself those questions, because your ego will tell you, no, your feelings are valid. No, like that's okay to feel like that. But then, to like, just hold on. Let me ask myself these 3 questions like you just said. I feel like that's fucking hard. Especially like if it's an altercation or if it's something that happened and then you start thinking about it, man, I shouldn't be here, man. I deserve more. I deserve this. Yeah. And that's just straight ego talking. And that shit could fucking corrupt your mind, bro. I just know from personal experience, like I have my own business, and I used to think that I was entitled to certain things, or I deserve more, or I should be here and I'm here. But I've learned just being in business myself, like things aren't going to go your way at all. 99% of the time. In general, in life, things aren't going to go your way. And if they do, fucking, you better appreciate that shit.
Because I'm thinking about like, damn, 95% of the thoughts are the same thoughts.
Yeah.
Like how much of those negative thoughts are the same constantly? Like I'm asking myself those 3 questions like a lot throughout the day. But I might just like ignore those 3 questions because I'm like, it's the same thought over.
So what are the 3 questions? Tell me again.
So is it true?
Is it true?
Is it helpful? And is it kind? Like, is it true that I'm not worthy? Or like, is it helpful me thinking that way? Like, is it kind for me to myself be thinking that? That way you can just kind of like, fuck, like, all right, like that's not true. I am worthy. Like, it doesn't help me thinking like that. It's not kind of myself to my mental space. Things like that. And it hit me today. I was like, fuck, dude. I was like, and I was sitting down and I was like, fuck, like I do this shit a lot. And it's led me to do impulsive decisions and like in a negative context. And it'll put me in a different space where I'm like, bro, fuck, like I fucked up. I'm a dumbass. And it'll make it worse. Like, fuck, I shouldn't have made that decision. I'm stupid for doing that. Like, I'm a piece of shit for doing that. And now I got a fucking challenge ahead of myself.
Yeah, we all do.
Now I'm like conscious of it now. You know what I mean? So now I'm like aware. Good thing, bro, because I almost didn't wake up in time because I went out last night. You know, I went to my friend's mom's birthday at their house. We're celebrating her birthday. So I was like, bro, like obviously I'm out late, like indulging some alcohol and stuff like that. And I was like, fuck, like I don't want to wake up, dude. Like good thing I didn't wake up like a single like hangover. I didn't really drink that much either way. But I was just tired because I got home late. And I was like, I don't want to wake up in time, man. Like, I don't want to go to church. I was just watching online. And then 10 o'clock hit because that was the last service. And I was like, fuck. Like, should I just... But good thing I watched it because it made me aware of a situation that I constantly do. And now hopefully in the future, I can manage it and be more aware of like my negative thoughts. And hopefully it leads me to actually think out decisions I make instead of just like, fuck it, like...
It's a tall task, bro.
Yeah.
We got together, bro.
So good thing I fucking listened to church. I wish I would have went in person. Yeah. But I fucking got what I needed to hear, and I was like, fuck, I needed that today.
Yeah. We all did, bro.
I was like, shout out church, shout out Jesus.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ, right there. So I was like, hell yeah. It made me just fully aware. But that's what I wanted to talk about today because I was like, fuck, like I maybe like literally probably like 99.9% people were like that. So hopefully the 3 questions help out. I haven't tried it yet, but
I'm trying it right now with your ugly ass.
I'm just Am I ugly? No.
Wait, I'm single. Fuck.
That's another negative.
Really,
bro.
really?
Yeah, bro.
I fuck with you all the time, bro, but I like really don't like. I hope I should chill out, bro.
No, but it's just something is like I just do it on my own. Like I'll be like here, like downstairs in my room, and I'm just like,
no, bro. This guy is fucking hard on himself. He was fucked up the other night, bro. And he was telling me some shit. I'm like, bro, stop that shit. He was fucking. You were upset, bro.
Was I?
Yeah. You don't remember the drive home with me?
A little bit.
You don't, or you do? Bro?
A little bit. You'd have to refresh my memory later.
This dude is funny, bro. This dude is funny.
You have to refresh my memory a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
I could really put this dude down right now. Do you remember saying that?
Oh yeah, I remember that. I thought you were talking about like something else.
No, that shit too, but I didn't want to say that. But
oh, that I remember. I was a little heated. But
oh shit.
I should have fucking asked the 3 questions. I was like, is it helpful? Nah, that's mean as fuck.
Is it true? Maybe.
Is it kind? Not really.
No, I don't want him dead.
But that's why.
Hey, on the fucking lighter side of things, bro. I kind of wanted to touch on something that happened this past week. You know who Saucy Santana is?
Mm-mm.
Do you want me to like touch on it, or do you want to chill? Because we're an hour in.
Yeah, let me just take a piss real quick and then I'll fucking go. All right, guys, we're back. Feeling a little nauseous.
The rogue's too powerful, bro.
Yeah, first timer almost put me in my ass. But so Saucy Santana.
So Saucy Santana, right? First of all, let me say, like, my brother is gay. I obviously support him heavily, bro. Mm-hmm. And I support the movement for, trying to get the rights that they deserve as just human beings, no different than me and you as straight guys. I don't know about you, but as straight guys, I really don't care what people do that do what makes you happy. I don't give a fuck. But the fact that somebody that's a part of the LGBTQ plus, like individuals believe that they have the ultimate freedom to say whatever they want. Okay. Mm-hmm. So Saucy Santana, if you don't know, is a music artist, rapper, male. I believe he identifies as a male, but he's gay, and he has a BBL, so he's like a little extra. Nothing wrong with that. I don't give a fuck.
Is he the one that was beefing with Axe?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I want to talk about, right? Do you know what happened or no?
I saw the clip of what he said, but a lot of people were. I'll let you explain it.
So pretty much,
I saw the clip.
Academics, who I fuck with heavy, came out and said like, "Hey, City Girls, y'all trash." They sold 4,000 units the first week. He's like, "City Girls, y'all over, whatever." That's all he pretty much said. And Saucy Santana fucks with one of the girls from City Girls, mm-hmm. and pretty much told Act that he will rape him and fuck him up and take his booty haul from him, and he will be his bitch pretty much.
Yeah, which is
insane, bro.
Which is a wild statement.
Which is insane.
Because a lot of the comments were like, "Well, that is rape." Like,
no, that's rape, bro.
Yeah.
And I just think, like, first of all, let me give you some background on Academics, because I'm sure you might have seen Academics crying. Did you see Academics crying? Okay. And that's just like, haha, they won. Like, Academics is like really hated really, really hated in the industry because he's seen as like a misogynist, a woman hater, whatever, right? So the Shade Room and these women-led outlets are like doing their fucking parade because academics lost. He was crying. Saucy Santana made him cry, whatever bullshit. Academics is from Nigeria, right? And in Nigeria, he was raised there, I think, until 10 years old. And he came to the States with his moms. And in Nigeria, it's illegal to be gay. You would be killed for being gay, openly gay. He said openly gay is seen as just as bad as being a child molester, pretty much. And he said he's seen people get killed for being gay when he was younger. So coming to the States, he didn't understand that. And he didn't understand being gay, and he didn't respect it up until he was in college. And he had to, because he just changed. He had to change. He had to become a better person.
Different world.
Be an American, bro. He said, I am vehemently American, but I am also Nigerian to my core, right? So coming into the situation, seeing that a gay male said he's going to rape him and beat his ass, pretty much, it frustrated him, right? Because it's a lose-lose situation. First of all, let me ask you, if a gay man told you, and you have this platform, say our platform is big, one of the biggest platforms in the world, and a gay man comes to you and says he's going to rape you, whoop your ass, and make you his bitch, how do you handle that situation? For real.
I'd be like, what the fuck? Like, at first I'd be like stunned. I'm like, yo, what? Like, huh?
But how do you handle it? How do you go about it?
I don't know. I'd be more like stunned and speechless. I'd be like, what the fuck? Like, I don't even know if I want to fight you anymore. Like, because what if you do beat my ass? Are you going to take my ass? You going to take my asshole?
Okay.
That's not, like, it shouldn't, like, be a, like, slide just because you're like...
But it is.
Right.
So that's kind of my point, too, is that, like...
It's not fair.
It's not fair, and because if Ak were to say how he really felt about him being gay, which I don't know how he feels, but
he would be the one.
He would be the one. If Ak were to respond and say you this, you that, you, if he were to say what Saucy Santana pretty much just said, he would be done for. He would be done for. He would lose all his money. He would lose all his platforms. He wouldn't be able to post. He wouldn't be able to get out another word and monetize it. But this dude and this culture and climate that we're in is allowed to say whatever he wants. Why is that okay? So being in this position, like, how does that make you feel as like a straight guy that a gay, anything LGBTQ can say whatever the fuck they want to us and we can't do nothing about it?
That's not fair at all. And I think it's dumb as fuck. I don't know if he said it because, like, as a joke. I don't know if he said it as a threat, but it still shouldn't be to verbally, like, basically admit that you'll sexually assault somebody.
Yeah.
And then just act like it's cool. But let's say DJ Axe was like, I'll rape this person.
I'll rape this. So I'll sexually assault this girl. I'll make you my bitch. And bro, like, you can't say that.
Yeah, and people like the LGBTQ plus would be, well, how to first start off. We want equal rights. Just be equal. Then you have to be held accountable to what you said. I don't think he came out with an apology.
No,
for it.
They're standing on it. They're laughing at him because it's like I said, it's a lose-lose. What if Ak were to go and beat his ass?
No, he'll still look bad.
He'll still look bad for fighting a gay dude. Mm-hmm. And then what happens if Ak goes and he beats his ass? Actually, doesn't sexually assault him. What if he just beats his ass? Ha ha, gay dude beat the fuck out of Ak. Ha ha, Ak's a bitch. Ak's this. So that's why he was so frustrated. He's like, dude, I can't. Really do this is the first situation I felt like, because if this was a man or a woman, I could just say, you know what, you're just a fucking bitch. You know what, you come to my. He can't say this to a woman, but he can say this to, because he was beefing with Lil Baby. He told Lil Baby, just pull up to my crib. We'll handle it like men. Lil Baby didn't pull up to his crib. And if it was a situation with a woman, he would just be like, you know what? I'll just trash your whole career and I'll make sure that you'll never fucking get put on in music ever again. But it's a situation to where he can't even touch it without being, scrutinized by that community and the woman community, because the woman community, for the most part, backs the LGBTQ. So I just think it's so wrong, and we're in this fucking climate that, like, I hate being like this, and because I'm not this guy, but like, we have to shut up right now. Mm-hmm. We can't say what we really feel, but then this community can say whatever the fuck they want. Whatever they want, with no scrutiny, with no backlash, with no repercussions, because they feel like they run this shit.
Which is not fair at all to like the other communities and stuff like that, because they have to be silent, they have to be mute on the whole situation. Because
my question is for like the women, right? For the black women who are supporting this shit, because there's a lot of like black women and on the what's that women outlet? Bro, the fucking main one. Shade Room. The Shade Room's a majority black female. The CEO is black woman. Mm-hmm. And my question is like, are you a woman? Are you a part of this culture? Or are you black first? Because this person went after a black dude. Because if it was a white person saying this, I just think it would be different, bro.
Yeah.
It would be different. No matter if the dude's gay, if it was fucking, who's white and gay? Who's white and gay?
James Charles.
If it was James Charles that said this shit to act, that shit would not slide, bro.
No.
So I just don't get it. They pick and choose their battles, bro.
Good thing I brought that up, because you remember the shit about him, how he was talking about like underage boys, and nothing happened. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like a similar situation.
It's just
it was like, all right, little slap on the wrist.
It's just frustrating to me that like we pick and choose. They pick and choose their battles on what to support and what not. Because when like some civil rights shit happens, y'all motherfuckers, everybody will get together and back it. Oh, I'm black now. But then like when this shit happens, oh no, you're a part of the LGBT, you support them first, and you allow them to say some fucking blasphemous shit that just doesn't. That's not right. I mean, you could pick whatever you are first. Me personally, I'm American first. I'm a human being, but I'm American first, and that's what I support, and that's how I feel. Mm-hmm. And I also support the First Amendment, saying whatever the fuck you want. So I gotta let this shit slide, even though I don't think it's right. But at the same time, if ACT were to say, you know what, you're this, you're this, you're this, that's the fucking freedom of speech. But along with the First Amendment, you can't threaten somebody saying you're gonna rape them. So why is that? It just because
that's a crime in itself.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It just doesn't. It frustrates me. It irks me. And what I encourage you to do is listen to the Joe's podcast with Tim Kennedy recently, bro. He just talks about how fragile we are as a government and as a society right now, because we're on the brink of collapse, because we care about this shit.
It's like too divided.
We care about this shit that is going on. We'll back this. But then we won't support the fact that kids shouldn't be getting killed and women shouldn't be getting raped in other countries, and we'll stand with these people because they deserve their land and this and that. It's just fucked up, bro. We're being influenced by so many other things that aren't important when it comes down to fucking being human beings. It just doesn't make any fucking sense, bro. I suggest you listen to that, bro, because that dude Tim Kennedy, he's in the Army. I believe he's an Army Ranger, and he talks about how much of a humanitarian problem we're in right now, whether it be at the border, whether it be when we were fucking leaving Afghanistan and we left thousands of American citizens to be killed by the Taliban or whoever the fuck runs it over there, whether it be to fucking the shit going on over in Hamas and all these innocent people being killed. We don't give a fuck about that. We give a fuck about whether we're a cat or a dog. You know what I'm saying?
So it's like, yeah, it's like a...
And then he also said, which I didn't know, bro, that we're having a recruitment issue in the military.
Oh, shit.
And it's bad. It's bad.
Damn.
So that's just, it's a little scary. It's a little scary. I'm not that guy, bro. I'm not that guy that's like, I'm not that guy that's all this way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not this fucking. I know I might come off across right now as like this Trump supporter. I'm not that. I'm not this, but I'm a fucking American at heart, first through and through, bro. That's what I believe in, and bro, we worry about the wrong shit right now.
All the time.
Wrong.
Especially
shit.
in this day and age, they're putting their like thoughts and worries on like shit that can kind of like, yeah, you could worry about it, but I think like they put it above everything else, like above like real world problems, which is not fair to like other people that have it a lot harder, while people here have a lot easier, and yet you're putting 100% of your worries on something that is not as conflicting as on the outside. Like they're very closed minded and just like putting all their eggs in one basket, and which is at the end of the day is not fair, and it's pretty dumb how society moves here.
Yeah. And you know, we're at that turn to where most societies collapse, bro. Most we're at that turn right now as a government. And that's what they say. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying on Joe's podcast too. We're due, bro. We're overdue for like a collapse of something big happening, and hopefully it doesn't. But if something does happen, because this is what he was alluding to, is that like if something does happen, we can only hope that we unite, because we're fucking
divided as
far divided. And this used to be, oh well, this was because of Trump. We're divided because of Trump. Well, we're still divided in different dudes in office. That's what was told to me by my parents, by everybody else. So Trump's dividing us more than we've ever been. I feel the same way right now. I feel like we're fucking just as divided as we were when he was in office.
If not more.
So it's like, are you this or are you this? Do you support this? Do you support this?
At the end of the day, people are very heavily influenced by media outlets, and like they're kind of told what to support, what to hate, and they're very like easily manipulated.
Yep.
And it does. All it takes is typically one video with people that would just listen to that one video, won't do their research on said topic, and then we'll just go based off what the 60-second TikTok said.
Yep.
It's fucking crazy.
Insane, bro.
It's actually fucking insane how fast people can make a decision and create an opinion based off a video that they just saw, do no research, do no like
talking
proof,
points. They
just nothing.
The talking points, the headlines.
They just boom. And when a lot of the media houses will just post that one headline, and then when you read the whole story, it's like, oh, they just took that one chunk out of context, and then boom, now thousands of people are manipulated to believe a certain thing.
Yeah, it's fucked up, man. It is fucked
Insane.
up. What? That's that, man. I don't got anything else to say on that dumb shit, bro.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. To be a better person.
That's it, man. Fuck, man. Think of those three questions.
think of those 3 questions. That's important. And then got some UFC fights. Got some good events. Fuck Seattle. And then
what happened to your bus team of the year, bro?
They're actually playing pretty fucking good.
Bus team of the year just whooped his team's ass 30-3, right? 37-3.
37-3.
Wow.
They really could have made it like 40 something, but
yeah, because Lamar stopped playing, I believe.
Yep. And they had the ball at the fucking like 3-yard line, but they just ran up the clock. Me personally, I would have ran it in because fuck those guys. But that's all concludes episode 23. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed me. I don't know if I made any facial expressions while I had the rug in my mouth. I was just trying to like.
Really? You didn't like it like that?
No, I didn't. I liked it, but it was just like once it like made me feel like nauseous, I was like, fuck. Like that's when it started kicking in. I'm like, I need to take this shit out. Like it's making me. And I started overthinking about it. I was like, I don't want to.
You didn't ask yourself those 3 questions in that moment.
No, bro. I did. I was like, is it helpful? I was like, no, my stomach hurt. Well, that's all we got. Hope you guys have a great week. Great weekend, and
we're back on regularly scheduled shit, man.
Yeah, as long as we don't get sick over here, we should be fine.
Yep.
And we still got some news developing, so we'll be able to. We're kind of like a week behind.
Yeah.
But we'll be all right. We'll be all right. We'll catch up. So I hope you guys have a great week. Catch you guys next episode. Take care.
Take care, yo.